Alright, so this is your vacuum. That one over there is your air compressor. Vacuum is fairly simple. It's got a dryer system in it to keep moisture out. There are your drains. It's not ever going to drain a whole lot of water, just very low amounts. You have two dryers, or absorbers I should say. They run next to each other, not concurrently. They don't run at the same time. One will pick up, it'll shut off. The other one will pick up, it'll shut off. It just goes back and forth, back and forth. Right here is the humidity. Once it drops below, I believe it is 30, it won't need to run these anymore. But you can feel the humidity up here. So the number is going to vary depending on the season, more than anything in the world. The only thing you can hear is that hiss sound coming out right now. This is a permanent valve. It's just bleeding the air so the moisture content doesn't build up inside the tank. If you don't hear a hiss, something's gone wrong. It should always be hissing. That purge that you hear is natural as well. It's just going to do it every now and again to clear the lines out. Once it kicks on, it'll kick on for, I don't know, depending on the humidity in the air, a couple of seconds, depending on the pull, and then it'll kick off and you'll hear that. It's just blowing out the line from all of here to where there's no moisture buildup, and it doesn't require as much kick up start time and put as much strain on the motor. It's pretty new, so nothing bad should happen yet. Drains down here, manual. It auto drains by itself, but if it's draining a lot and you just want to purge it real quick, there's a manual drain right there on that valve. Real quick, real simple. Open it up, close it off. On and off switch, pretty simplistic. Off, on. Main valve for air out is right here. It's been off. Don't know why, it was on, something turned it off. And here's your general readout. I don't know if any of you guys can see that. It just shows you which of the dryers is operating at that time. It'll go up a couple of stages, it'll drop back down, then the other one will kick up and do the same thing, then it'll go back and forth. That's all it's going to do. Your alarm is on. If anything, with the parts per million, the carbon monoxide go up too high, especially in areas like, high mezzanine, closed off area. If it goes so high, your alarm will kick on, and you'll know it's time to get out of the building. That's pretty much in. This air in right here, just leave it open, it's just sucking air in. There shouldn't be any issues. Carbon monoxide, that's why we didn't bother running a line out. It's a pretty stable room, so as long as this is open, you'll have vacuum air, no problem. That's pretty much it for this. The maintenance schedule is on the side. Follow it. Air compressor, and also a lift. Pretty simple air compressor. You got on, you got off, you got auto, you got hands. So if you want to run it manually, turn the hand. If not, the auto will come by itself like it always does. It's a basic air compressor. Anybody worked with air compressor before? I mean, it's an air compressor. Again, it's off. I don't know why, but here's your air in and your air out. It's just not a whole lot of maintenance on an air compressor. Pretty simple. Yeah, that's about it. The air compressor is. It pretty much takes care of itself. Any questions? Yeah, quick disconnect to the power. It's off. If you have to do any maintenance, there it is.
Any filters need to be changed on any of this equipment?
Filters need to be changed on these equipment. That's on the maintenance schedule. These hold for a long time. The material inside, it'll eventually get saturated and have to be moved. But that's on the, it varies on the moisture in the air. It varies on pretty much everything.
Where do they get it from?
That's going to be the book. That's going to be a manufacturer's situation.
The drains itself don't go to the drain.
It's because the moisture is just going to be so limited that it's just going to build into it. We didn't want to do that because we have a clearance and a trip hazard as well.